So today I'm going to be giving a quick book review on Angels of Death by Cimino, I don't know. This was another NetGalley book, so thank you again to NetGalley for giving me an advanced copy of this book in exchange for an honest review. Wow, my tea is flying. Angels of Death is a non-fiction book which is about sort of the various people in the medical industry misusing and abusing their powers to basically kill people. What fun, right? So the reason my eye kind of fell towards this book is because I listened to a podcast years ago, back in 2019 I think, called Dr. Death, which I loved. And it was basically one example where a doctor managed to get away with killing a bunch of people within his profession. Not good, obviously. Just for the record, I'm not a fan of murder. But it does fascinate me to sort of think about how these people get away with it and why they do it in the first place. And what was really interesting, without spoiling anything, is to see the backstory of most of the people in this book, because a lot of them had similar upbringings. But I really enjoyed this book. I didn't enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the Dr. Death podcast. And I think the reason why is because it was trying to obviously fit a lot of stories into one book. And it was all really small chapters, which is really nice for reading purposes. But it meant you didn't quite get as much detail in every story, which I thought was a shame. If I had to describe this book in 2 to 3 words, I would almost certainly just say bite-sized murders, which might not sound very fun. And again, I don't encourage, but it certainly was interesting and fascinating. So I would recommend it. I don't think I scored it super highly on Storygraph just because, as I say, it was lacking a little bit of depth, which I thought was a shame, but then equally it was a really easy read, and this was an audiobook for the record. So I think that's all really that I want to say about that book. I can't think of anything else that's really sort of stood out to me or anything I want to share. So I would recommend it if you're interested in sort of murder and crime and that kind of thing, messed up people. And it was a very easy read for me, even though it was about death. So thank you again to NetGalley for giving me an advanced reader's copy of this book. If you do decide to read it, or if you have read it already, let me know, because obviously by the time this video goes out, it's probably already out in the real world. But feel free to leave comments down below if you have read it, or if you've read something similar, or if you recommend something to me, etc, etc. That's all from me today, and I'll see you later. Bye!